together.
No, Fred, and I believe my colleagues here will concur with me. Go and watch President Ruto's clips in 2022, 2021. The way he took on Raila Odinga head-on, mercilessly, ruthlessly. He was not different from what is happening right now in the opposition.
But even Rigathi did the same. BAMBA was called,
Raila Odinga was insulted and called names, but he understood and respected Chapter 6. Having held the highest position in this country as a Prime Minister. All said and done, the President must stay high. He must stay high and operate within the Chapter 6. If he wants to insult people, he can easily, the way your rank was proposing, leave that office to somebody else and focus on throwing insults. Because let me ask you, this somebody we are looking at, the symbol of national unity. You cannot peg that on Gachagua. Cannot peg that on Kalonzo. The president is the one sitting on that seat that is referred to as the symbol of national unity. So anything he can do, just like a father. Fred, today, if you disagree with your child, do you start insulting them publicly? And saying, well, I didn't know you are this stupid. I mean, that is how the president should operate as a father of the country and listen to everybody's dissatisfaction and act accordingly.
Okay. But even when it comes to the opposition, there are lines that cannot be crossed. When it comes to national unity, yes, the president may be the symbol of national unity, but these leaders in the opposition also aspire to the same. Shouldn't they be showing what they can be as a symbol of national unity, as an example, probably?
Double standards is being applied everywhere, and I'm wondering, when you're looking to be the president, while you're also discrediting the fact that being president, there are certain acumen or a charisma that you're expected to display most of the time. Because for any other young person, and for this is the information, we know Rigathi Gachagua was impeached for gross conduct, misuse of the office, and many other things to do with the shareholding. These have been the account that has always been seen to the public, and these are the things that we are trying to avoid. And for any person who also wants to be the president of this country, what are the things that we also be looking for other people to also consider them being the presidential way as a proper candidate for this country? Because I think as a country, we don't have even the laxity to talk about insult. We really have issues. The young people are unemployed and people are suffering. There's a lot of inequalities in this country. The governors are looting money in devolution. There is more than 13 years in devolution. We haven't even seen a worth $1 billion project. So there are real issues that the young people have to put concentration.
Beyond the tumbo kubwa na masikio.
No, than this that we are talking about this at the moment. We need to hold our county government accountable. We need to ask them, where are these billion goings? Where are these money for hospital, for school, for ECDs, for water, for electricity? Why not negotiating for job creation? So these are the issues that are hailing. We have Kenyans suffering abroad. What are the interventions that
people are really enjoying and clapping for these people online?
Yeah.
And I must believe it's not the older generation. This is the young generation.
Let me tell you, when you are suffering, most of the time, even an insult becomes entertainment. And this is what that comes when people have class. Because if somebody of my caliber, I cannot clap for the insults. I have to think of something else because I know what the real issues that are hailing Kenya. So I'm urging the young people, that is not the conversation that we should be looking for. What we should be thinking of is to tap on digital accesses, opening ourselves to learning new languages, going abroad to work, upskilling our skills for the TVET, for the road for Singapore. These are things that we must be intentional doing every moment and every time. Because when it comes to insults, even me myself, I'm not good in that. I cannot draw a jab that even I'm sure if somebody counters me, I may lift in some real damages.
But definitely we cannot excuse the young Kenyan because they're the ones who are enjoying and replaying this and reposting all this. Yeah, they're creating content from it. Don't you agree that yes, even the viewers have missed the point altogether?
Exactly. And if you look at the algorithm of TikTok, Facebook, and even Twitter, when you create content out of a hot topic like that, it actually gets viral. But anyone who dismisses it, anyone who criticizes it, in fact, like nobody even gets to see what you're saying. So I don't know. You know, I sit down and wonder who will salvage us, because as a Leonia, I cannot criticize Rigathi Gachagua, because even me at one point have thrown jabs at someone. Equally, every young Kenyan, whether you have done it physically, whether you have done it online, like, we are all in the mud. So we need to, I think maybe the chief will try and help. We need to go back and say, no, we can't go this way. And I like to talk about what Ken Babu is saying, that it is only President William Ruto who should be held to account because he's in office, and those who are not in office should not. All these people are campaigning to be presidential, you know, candidates or occupants in the next election. So you cannot excuse someone just because they're not holding office of them bringing out the greatest or the harshest insults. So all the leaders, either from opposition, I even saw someone from ODM, Babu Owino, sitting and saying, what will the young people learn from this politician? If anything, Babu Owino has been known of having goons. He has been known of throwing the greatest insults against the former regime. So equally, he's also in the mud. But I thank God that they're realizing insults don't work. So we need to come up with another alternative. But it is a societal problem. Fred, today, something entertaining that you will be actually airing on your screens is whatever the president has said. I'm sure no media looked at the development that President William Ruto took to Kakamega, took to Kitale, but it is not that he didn't take, but because that one will not sell to the public. And the people of media understand that anything negative is actually what the audience consumes and love consuming.
At least we are still bringing you the launch of the SGR second phase.
Today you're trying.
To Malaba, Kisumu. And we've done a link already. We'll be back to bring you more. Final word on this so that we can talk about Winnie Odinga as well.
Fred, mine is to just bring the leaders to speed, to respect and operate within the confines of the Constitution, Chapter 6 to be specific. And I agree with what she has said. Being a president, vying to be a president, or anticipating to be, there is no difference. The only difference is one is already sitting and the other one can possibly become. I'm not running for Senate in Nairobi County. Then I have to conduct myself in a manner that depicts a senator in the Senate House. So that when Sifuna is addressing issues, I can equally address certain issues and be conspicuous enough to it. So then Chapter 6 ties on him and ties on me equally. So said and done, both the opposition and the government has a responsibility to give proper direction to the country. But still, the president should not bring himself down to the mud.
All right. That is a big conversation this whole week, and it's on the front pages. All the cartoons are talking about that mudslinging, the use of very difficult words, some that we may not be able to